Hi friends, welcome to the channel. This is your Govindaraju. Thank you very much for watching my previous videos, your likes and subscriptions. And today we are going to talk about this voluntary provident fund contribution under Employees Provident Fund Scheme, because this is an important savings instrument, and we are going to discuss about this in detail, and also going to give you a lot of information about it. And we will talk about what are the provisions under EPF scheme and connected reasons whether it is a good instrument or not so good instrument. And if you look at friends, the Employees Provident Fund Scheme of the Act, basically if you are getting wages for certain levels or a certain wage ceiling, then the contributions towards EPF are mandatory, and you are going to contribute 12% of your PF wages, and the employer is equally going to contribute another 12% of wages. And this is just to give you a brief. The employer contributions in 12%, the 8.33% of his contributions goes to another account which is called Employees Pension Scheme. Of course, the rest of it and your contributions goes to Provident Fund accumulations. And this is about brief about how the Provident Fund scheme works. And also the employer contributes a certain contribution towards the life insurance, which we call it as EDLI. And on this EDLI, I have made a separate video. In case you are interested to watch, you can watch this video and get to know more about it. And let me also take you through what is this voluntary provident fund. Is there a guideline or is there a provision in law to contribute more than your regular contribution? See, basically, to talk about it, the law mandates you 12% of your PF wages, and that too for a wage ceiling, up to a wage ceiling. Currently the wage ceiling is 15,000 rupees. The moment you pay more than 15,000 rupees of your PF wages and that excess contribution, and also the law mandates 12% of your PF wages, and if you pay anything more than 12%, both put together are called as voluntary provident fund contributions. So that is why we talk about VPF. But if you look at the scheme and also text of EPF scheme 1952 and EPF and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952, you don't find this voluntary provident fund word anywhere. But if you look at paragraph 29(2) of EPF scheme 1952, it gives you a provision to pay more than 12% of your regular contribution. And also if there is a wage ceiling is fixed, currently it is 15,000 rupees, it also gives you a possibility to pay more than 15,000 rupees. And these contributions, both contributions from your side, from the employee side, we say voluntary provident fund contributions. Of course, the moment you decide to pay more than 12% or more than 15,000 rupees, then your employer is not obligated to match to the contribution. He can either restrict to 12% of your PF wages or up to the wage ceiling, which is fixed by the EPFO. And another question it may come to your mind, is there a maximum ceiling on VPF contributions? Because most of the people ask me this question, is there a maximum ceiling? Of course, if you look at the text of the law and the statute and the scheme provisions, there is nowhere the maximum ceiling is talked about it. But the best suggested is you can contribute another 12% additionally. That means the PF wages 12% on PF wages you pay 12% regularly as a statutory contribution. You can extend it to another 12%. It need not be only 12%, or it's percentage wise. You can also decide to pay certain amount, fixed amount as VPF. So that possibility is also there. And why do we say this another 12%, which is 12% of your regular contribution and another 12% of your VPF becomes 24%. So why do we suggest this? Because under certain statutory provisions, the employee deductions cannot be more than 50% of the wages, including your PF, ESI and loans you have taken, all these things put together. So you cannot, the employer cannot deduct more than 50% under Payment of Wages Act 1936, and going ahead also under the Code on Wages 2019, these restrictions are placed. So therefore we say do not go beyond 24% of your wages as your contributions, 12% regular and 12% voluntary provident fund. So that is the best suggestion which we can make it. Now, why do you have to invest, or why do you have to opt for voluntary provident fund? See, the first thing is it is a secured saving and it earns regular interest more than the other instruments. See, if you look at the fixed deposit and NSE and other saving schemes, not every, or at least these instruments don't earn the interest rate which the provident fund is currently providing. And currently, if you look at so far, the history is more than 8% the EPFO is giving you the interest, and no instrument is currently and giving this kind of interest. And also, your job or the employee's involvement is very less, because the employer facilitates and he actually deducts it and takes care of the contribution, paying everything. All these tasks are taken by him and it's very easy. And also, the moment you contribute more towards a provident fund, this also, the tax exemption can be taken under section 80C. Of course, there is a maximum ceiling of rupees 1.5 lakhs, and in the future the accumulations in your provident fund account, there may be a portability to national pension scheme also. So we will talk about this NPS more in the future videos. That's why stay tuned to the channel so that you can get to know more about this NPS. And of course, there are few videos you can also watch to know more about it in my channel, and I'm going to talk more and more in this channel in the future. So that is why this becomes a very good investment for you, and it's a good saving scheme. And what is the procedure? How can you get into this VPF contribution? Is it easy, or is it only informing the employer? Of course, there is a simple procedure which I'm going to tell you. Basically, you have to provide a joint declaration. That means your employer and employee is required to file the joint declaration specifying the VPF contributions and submit it to the EPFO office. And this is under paragraph 26(6) of EPF scheme 1952. And also, the concerned provident fund authority, or basically the assistant provident fund commissioner and above, is required to approve your voluntary provident fund contributions. And the moment he approves it, the employer can start deducting and paying the contributions to the EPFO. And of course, the moment the employer pays to your account, you can regularly verify in your passbook, which is in your UN account. You can go to the passbook and see how your contributions are being remitted. So this is how you can do. Of course, finally friends, you may also ask another question: is there a tax on EPF employee contributions? Of course yes, because recently Finance Act 2021 brought certain changes. The interest on employee contribution exceeding 2.5 lakhs per year is taxable. The employee contribution includes voluntary provident fund also. So therefore, anything you pay in excess of 2.5 lakhs and the interest you earn on that, not the contribution, the interest you earn on exceeding contributions, then it is taxable. Of course, a large majority of the members don't come under this ceiling. Therefore, it still becomes a big and good investment or good saving instrument for you for large population. And of course, even if you are you are contributing more than 2.5 lakhs, this reduces the returns. But the EPF accumulations are exempt from tax at the withdrawal stage, provided you don't withdraw your accumulations within 5 years. And this is good one, because under the tax norms it comes under exempt, and exempt. That means during the contribution, and when you retain it, and when you also withdraw this contribution, this becomes exempted fund for you. Therefore, this becomes a good instrument for you. So friends, I have given you a lot of information about VPF, and in case this video has made a difference to you, then please do share, like, and also subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet. And in case you have any doubts, you know how to contact me. I've been providing my contact details to all of you, and I will come up with new videos with new information. Until then, I will sign off and see you in the new video, friends.